Hello everyone, welcome to the lecture on measurements and instrumentation. So last class we have studied about the single phase induction type, energy meter, construction and working principle. Now let us derive the torque expression for the single phase induction, that is induction type energy meter. Okay. So first the deflection torque. Okay, as we have discussed that there are two torques present due to the shunt and series magnets. Okay, so here TD1, so deflection torque due to TD1 means deflection torque due to phi p, that is a flux due to pressure coil and eddy currents of current coil, eddy currents due to the current coil in the aluminum disc. So this deflection torque TD1 is proportional to the phi p and this IES cos of angle between this phi p and this IES. It means angle between these both the parameters. Now next deflection torque, that is a driving torque TD2 is proportional to phi s, that is a flux due to the current coil, that is series coil, and IEP, that is a eddy current in the aluminum disc due to the eddy EMF because of the pressure coil flux. So and cos of angle between these phi s and this IEP. Okay, so we have to derive this. But so we know that this phi p is the flux due to the pressure coil, so which is proportional to the line voltage or simply voltage. Okay, simply voltage across the load, and this IES, okay, the eddy current due to the series magnetic field. Okay, series magnet, that is current coil magnetic field, so which is proportional to the current flowing in the load, and phi s, okay, phi s is proportional to the, that is a load current I, and this IEP, okay, so this IEP is proportional to the voltage. Therefore TD1 is proportional to the VI cos of phi p and IES, and TD2 is proportional to VI cos of phi s and IEP. Okay, so the resultant torque, okay, the driving torque is equal to the difference of this TD1 and TD2. Therefore, if you substitute that, so TD1, sorry, VI cos phi, so it is proportional, yes, proportional. So if you take the VI common, okay, so cos of angle between phi p and IES minus cos of phi s and IEP. Okay, now we have to find out the angle between this phi p and IES and phi s and IEP. Okay, so to find out this, To find out this, I am taking the help of the phasor diagram. Okay, so let us draw the phasor diagram. Now, first, see, this is the voltage. Let us take the voltage. Now the current I, load current I, okay, lags the voltage by an angle phi. An angle phi. Let us say phi. Okay, an angle phi. This is phi. Now, of course, a vector rotation is anti-clockwise direction. So, current lagging, load current lagging the voltage, load voltage by an angle phi, and the current in the pressure coil IP is also lag the voltage by an angle. So, we do not know thus this angle. Let us say this angle is delta. Okay, this angle is delta. That means this delta is the angle between the voltage, load voltage, and the current flowing in the pressure coil. Now we know that whenever the load current flowing in the current coil, okay, the flux is generated. So the flux is in phase with the load current, that is called, let us say, the series flux, because the current coil is connected in series with the load. Therefore, the series flux is in phase with the current flowing in the load. Therefore, that is in phase with the phi s. Phi s is in phase with the I. And whenever the current is flowing in the pressure coil, so pressure coil also has magnetic lines of force, flux is generated. Therefore, that flux is in phase with the IP, that is phi p. Now, here, whenever the flux in the current coil changes, the rate of change of flux linkages, whenever there is a rate of change of flux linkages, so EMF is induced in the aluminum disc. So that EMF we are calling as a eddy EMF. So this eddy EMFs lags a current, that is a cause of producing it, that is a current I by an exactly 90 degrees according to the Lenz law. Therefore, so this is what our eddy EMF EE suffix S means. So this S is nothing but due to this flux phi s. So this angle is exactly 90 degrees. Okay, exactly 90 degrees. Next. So whenever there is a eddy EMFs, so because of this eddy EMFs, there is a circulating currents called eddy currents. So these eddy currents lags the eddy EMF by an angle alpha. Okay, an angle alpha. So let us say this is alpha. Now this I, okay, E, yes, that is this eddy current due to this eddy EMF. So this is because of the series flux. Now, and due to this flux in the pressure coil, so the rate of change of flux linkages, so we are calling as a EMF is induced in the aluminum disc. So this EMF is nothing but our eddy EMF. So this is a E suffix E P. That means this is small e for the eddy EMF due to the pressure coil flux. Okay. So due to this EMF, this eddy EMF, there is a small current flows, that is eddy currents. So okay, so which lags the eddy EMF by an angle alpha. Okay, that means the angle between the eddy EMF and the eddy currents is a alpha. So here EEP and IEP angle is alpha, and here IES and here EES is the alpha. Now what we have to find? So we have to find the angle between phi p and the IES. Okay, so phi p means this is the phi p, this is the phi p, and this is the IES. Now this angle we want. Okay, this angle we want now. Now see, first one is what? See here 5s. Okay, the angle between this is, how can we see the angle between this 5s and the EES? So this is 90 degrees, we know that. Okay, so this is plus 5, that means up to here 90 plus 5. Okay, 90 plus 5. So from in this 90 plus 5, so this is 90 and this is plus 5, 90 plus 5. If you subtract this angle, then you will get this angle. So that is nothing but what? So this is what? So this angle is delta. Okay, this angle is phi. Okay, so delta minus phi. This is nothing but what? Delta minus phi. Okay, therefore this entire angle is 90 plus phi minus delta minus phi. Delta minus phi. Delta minus phi. So this is the total angle here. This is the total angle between the phi p and IES. Sorry, EES. Now next one is we have to find out the angle between the phi s and the IEP. Okay, that means this is what? So this angle we have to find out. So 5s and IEP. This angle we have to find out. Okay, so how to find out this angle? See here. Okay, so between this EEP and this phi p, so this angle is 90. Of course, we know that this phi p vector and this EEP vector, this angle is 90. Okay, so this angle is 90 and this angle is alpha. Okay, so 90 plus alpha, and so this angle is delta minus alpha. So plus delta minus alpha. Okay, so this is the 90 plus alpha minus delta minus alpha. So this angle is 90 plus alpha minus delta minus alpha. Now substitute here. So TD is proportional to VI cos, what is the angle here? 90 minus alpha, sorry, 90 plus alpha minus delta minus phi. Okay, minus cos of 90 plus phi plus delta minus phi. Okay, now cos A minus B minus cos A plus B. Okay, so cos A plus B, cos A minus B is cos A cos B minus, sorry, plus sin A sin B, and here minus cos 90 plus phi. That means, so let me write here cos A minus B minus cos A plus B. Okay, so what is the cos? Since cos A minus B is how much? Cos A cos B plus sin A sin B, sin A sin B, again minus is there, minus cos A plus B. So cos A cos B, plus is there, you will get minus, but minus into minus plus sin A sin B. Therefore, so cos A cos B cancel, that is equal to 2 sin A sin B. Therefore, our deflection torque, okay, therefore our deflection torque TD, okay, is proportional to VI here. So what is the A here? So A is 90 plus phi and B is delta minus phi. Therefore VI into 2 into sin A is 90 plus alpha into sin B is delta minus phi. Okay, so therefore this torque expression can be written as, okay, therefore this torque expression can be written as, so TD is proportional to, so 2vi, okay, sin 90 plus alpha, okay, sin 90 plus theta is sin theta, sorry, sin 90 plus theta is cos theta, cos alpha. Of course 90 plus theta is second quadrant, cos will become sin will become positive only, so cos alpha, and sin delta minus phi, sin delta minus phi, okay. So here 2 is a constant, here 2 is a constant, and cos alpha, so what is alpha here? So alpha is the angle between the eddy EMF and the eddy currents, see here, eddy EMF and the eddy currents, okay. So therefore this cos alpha is also constant for the meter. Therefore, so if you write this, TD is proportional to the, okay, so TD is proportional to the Vi sin delta minus phi, because you have taken cos alpha is a constant and 2 is also constant, okay. So this is what the torque expression. Now the thing is here, if delta equal to 90 degrees, okay, if delta equal to 90 degrees, that means the angle between the supply voltage or load voltage and the pressure coil current is 90 degrees. So then TD is proportional to Vi sin 90 minus phi, okay. So therefore TD is proportional to sin 90 minus theta is cos theta, therefore Vi cos phi. So our TD is proportional to, so power P. That means if you remove this proportional, then you will get a constant that is called, let us say, K1 into P. But at equilibrium condition, okay, at equilibrium condition or steady state, so breaking torque is equal to the driving torque, okay. In the energy meter, the breaking torque generated by the permanent magnet. So as we know that breaking torque, this breaking torque is given by the, okay, this breaking torque is proportional to the number of revolutions made by the aluminum disc N, okay. So if you remove this proportional, then breaking torque TB is equal to some K2 into N, okay. Therefore at equilibrium condition TB equal to TD, now we substitute that, so the value, what is the value? So K2 into N is equal to K1 into P, okay. Therefore what is N? Therefore N is equal to K1 by K2 into P, K1 by K2 into P. So that means K1 by K2 into P means what? K1 by K2 is a constant, K1 K2 is a constant, therefore K1 by K2 also constant. Therefore, so N is equal to some constant into P, that means this constant, that means what about this K? So K is nothing but our meter constant, which is given by N by P, that means the number of revolutions, okay, the unit is revolutions by kilowatt per hour. That means this N, the number of revolutions made by the disc is proportional to the P directly, okay. The number of revolutions made by the disc